What's happening, baby?
Everything's happening.
It's all happening.
If I ventured in the slipstream between the viaducts of your dream, where mobile steel rims crack and the ditch and the back road stop, could you find me? Or would you kiss my eyes, lay me down? Silence easy to be born again, to be born again. From the far side of the ocean, if I put the wheels in motion, and I stand with my arms behind me, and I'm pushing out the door, could you find me? Would you kiss my eyes, lay me down? In silence easy to be born again, to be born again. There you go, standing with a look of avarice, talking to Hugh Ledbetter, showing pictures on the wall, whispering in the hall. I'm pointing a finger at me. There you go, there you go, standing in the sun, darling, with your arms behind you and your eyes before. And there you go, taking care of your boy. Seeing that he's got clean clothes, putting on his little red shoes. Seeing that he's got clean clothes, putting on his little red shoes, pointing a finger at me. Standing in your side rest, trying to do my very best, looking straight at you, coming through, darling. Yeah, 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 yeah. If I ventured in the slipstream between the viaducts of your dream, where a mobile steel rims crack and the ditch in the back road stop, could you find me? Would you kiss my eyes and lay me down? In silence easy to be born again, to be born again, to be born again, to be born again. In another world, darling, in another world, in another time. Got a home on high, ain't nothing but a stranger in this world. I'm nothing but a stranger in this world. I got home on high in another land, so far away, so far away. We up in the heaven, we up in the heaven, we up in the heaven. Away. In another time, in another place.
Getting this edition of It's All Happening off to an Astral start with the transformative sounds of Van Morrison and the title track to his classic Astral Weeks. A song my friend, the late great Denny Zappin, wanted to have playing as he checked on out of here and onward from this material plane we're all currently inhabiting. That was my real introduction to the music. I'm Andy Valeri, producer and host, welcoming and thanking you for making this program part of the soundtrack of your day. We're here for the hour, sailing this audiophonic ship of the Cultural Liberation Front each and every week out over the airwaves and digistreams, delivering music not as a distraction, but as elevation. No algorithms here. This is music produced and curated by humans, for humans, and for our humanity. Let's keep things going here with the Imperial sound from Chicago. This, from their Pravda Records release, The New AM, and featuring Kathy Rusto, is The Quarry.
there's a flip side to hopelessness, where you don't just trudge on in constant diminishment, you fight back. And it seems like this is what's being inflicted on us by the oligarchy, is this pervasive sense that nothing matters and we are meaningless. And you can either take that as inspiration and motivation and do something about it, or you can lay down and die. And it seems like the coin is in the air right now, and I don't know if it's going to come off heads or tails.
Some people get really angry about dying. It does require a great giving, some real freedom. You know, I postulated some time ago that the more you have, the less you are, and that our freedom is expressed in that the more we fear, the less we are. My friend Denny once confessed about wishing my friends would rant a little more. As he said, I know many of us are simply broken. I broke a long time ago. Probably the best thing that ever happened to me.
The tragedy has started and the times are looking grim. The darkness is upon us as the lights begin to dim. The oligarchs who run the place are hatching up a plan to burn it down and pillage once again. But we will steal a flame and make the brightest light we can, and we will love like we've never loved before. Hey there, Mr. Billionaire, you think you have a say. Your empathy is empty and gratitude evades. More and more is all you know, it's never quite enough. But I can only pity you so much. Here all of us just go to work and figure out our lunch, and we will love like we've never loved before. War seems never ending, little tyrants want to play. But history does tell us tyrants always lose the game. Fossil fuel takes money from insurance companies, profiting from tailored tragedy. But we will live and give and brave this hard reality, and we will love like we've never loved before. Well, it sure feels like the end of times, and maybe it could be. There's wildfire in the west and wicked storms at sea. Lies and secrets holding them you cannot comprehend. But I am here to tell you this, my friend. They will bask in hatred, self-loathing they descend, and we will love like we've never loved before. So smile for the photograph and stick your thumb up high, but you might want to stick it right in their collective eye. Living well with love and light and real untarnished truth, and that's something that the devil cannot use. 'Cause misery loves company, so ditch the party soon, and we will love like we've never loved before. We will love like we've never loved before.
So were you thinking of that at the time?
Yes.
So it was a very anti-authoritarian, very kind of 60s against the man kind of thing, nested deep inside of a fantasy.
Or a colonial, we're fighting the largest empire in the world.
Resistance is never futile.
Immigrants are not the reason why you can't make your rent. You can't make your rent because the guy that employs you is not paying you enough money. He's not keeping up, or she's not keeping up with the rate of inflation. The second thing is there's enough money, there's enough food, there's enough shelter for everybody. But these super rich want too much for themselves. And they're heartless. They don't give a And when you start to tell them, hey, you're not paying us enough money, they go, oh, look at those brown people over there. We could just get them to stop jumping over a wall and get them out of their houses. We could tear apart their families without a warrant. Then I would somehow magically start paying you enough money where you could live comfortably and have health insurance. Unreal.
You're listening to Where It's All Happening, with your weekly provision of audiophonic antidote to the commoditized false flags of our culture. Brought to you by your friends at Big Beef Productions and Strategic Air Command, where giving peace a chance is our profession. For more information on the program and the material featured in it, please feel free to visit the It's All Happening website at bigbeef.com. You can sign up for the emailing list for notices and updates on new episodes when they come to your radio waves and interwebs, as well as other exclusive content, because it's all about the content. So keep your radio and internet dials tuned here, as there is much more to come right here on Radio for the Real Freedom Agenda.
It's all happening.
has been broken. Can you tell me who's to blame? And they'll bring in their own scale and demand that you be weighed and stream it on the internet where there's money to be made. And throw Jesus on a billboard and hide out during the rain on a cold December morning where there's money to be made. All the words been spoken, hear 'em laughing in the rain. Promises been broken, can you tell me who's to blame? Well, the thoughts have all been thought and the prayers have all been prayed. We'll see what really changes where there's money to be made. No kings, no crowns. We the people hold back down. No kings, no crowns. We the people hold back down. I can't hear you.
It's time for Band on the Run, a feature segment of the program that spotlights music that has, at some point in time or for one reason or another, been publicly banned by the powers that claim to be, usually by declaring airplay or distribution of the material verboten. Here we feature a song that was not only banned from almost all radio airplay, it was one the record label of the star who sang it, Columbia Records, and their manager, John Hammond, refused to even record. Originally written in 1937 as a poem by Jewish schoolteacher Abel Meeropol and published under the more commercially accepted pseudonym at the time of Lewis Allen, it was written because, as he stated, "I hate lynching, I hate injustice, and I hate the people who perpetrate it." The musical adaptation of the piece, eventually released on the Commodore label, became not only the recording artist's biggest hit, but would go on to become one of the most influential songs of the 20th century, one that continues to speak to all of us about racial violence to this day. It was and is a song that Rutgers University's Tad Hirschhorn noted leaves both the singer and audience no place to hide. A song that Meeropol himself once said could jolt an audience out of its complacency anywheres. Here is one of the most influential protest songs of the past century. This is Billie Holiday and Strange Fruit.
Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves at the road. Black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the tree to drop. Here's a strange and bitter
Stefan Clark! Say his name! 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 Amadou Diallo! 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 Say his name! 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 Won't you say his name? Hell you talk about! Hell you talk about! Hell you talk about!
The same billionaires that didn't want to pay you in the 1800s, way back to the feudal system, they've never wanted to pay you. They don't want to pay you, and they just keep blaming people that don't look like you, that don't have any money or any sort of control over your life, and my people keep believing it. It's unbelievable.
U.S. State Department officials have said what we want to do is carve up Russia into maybe 4 different countries: Siberia, Western Russia, Southern Russia near Central Asia, maybe northern Russia. And once we've done that, we cut Russia off from China. Then we go into China. We finance, we send the ISIS and the Al-Qaeda into the Uyghur areas, the Muslim areas, and we start a color revolution there. Then we break up China into a northern part, a southern part, central part. And once we break them up, we can more or less control them, and we can then come in, buy up their resources, and take over their industry, their labor, and their government, and get richer to obtain from China, Russia, India, Indonesia, and Iran the wealth that we're no longer producing in the United States now that we've deindustrialized.
Please hold the sympathies. I know you're out there, and I ain't dead yet. Just wanting to report back here from the edge. I've been thinking about trying to write and say something, but I think my stories have all been told.
You're listening to It's All Happening. For more information on the program, please visit our website at bigbeef.com. Stay tuned, as there's much more to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, our parade is officially underway.
Demonization of intellectualism is an admission that the policies these people support fall apart under the slightest scrutiny. These people project power because they are weak, they project confidence because they are insecure, and they project strength because they are cowards. This has always been the authoritarian playbook, and history shows that it always falls apart.
When the human psyche is unable to tolerate a certain concept, we exclude it from further processing.
Google has now spread into every country. Every single person who has access to the internet, billions of people, are giving their information over to Google. So Google has become, in its behavior, a privatized version of the NSA. It's not that it's doing things that are illegal. It's not. But what it is doing legally is collecting as much information about people as possible, storing it, indexing it, using it to create profiles of people, predict their interests and behaviors, and then selling that to advertisers and others. And that is the same procedure that the National Security Agency, or DCHQ, goes through. And that's why the National Security Agency has then latched on top of what Google is collecting.
Sunlight coming through the haze. No gaps in the blinds, embedded inside. The bed is unmade, some music still plays. TV, yeah, it's always on. A flicker of the screen, a movie at your screens. I'm basking in movie and growing out of it. I'm stoned in the mall again. Terminally bored, shuffling round the stores. Shuffling thing is getting so that's just thing. The Xbox is a god to me. Finger on the switch, my mother is a bitch. My father gave up ever trying to talk to me. Don't try engaging me. The Vegas is drugs, the prescription drugs. You'll never find the person inside. My face is marked on. Curiosity is giving up on me. I'm tuning out these eyes and those are on the rise. How could I be sure I'm here? The pills that I've been taking confuse me. I need to know that someone sees it. There's nothing left, I simply am not here. I'm through with pornography. The action is tame, the acting is lame, explicitly dull, arousal alone. Your mouth should be ordered up. Talking all day with nothing to say, your shadow proclamations of misinformation. My friend says he wants to die. He's in a band, they sound like Pearl Jam. The clothes are all black, the music is fast. In school, I don't concentrate. The sex is kind of fun, but just another one of all the empty ways of using up the day. How could I be sure I'm here? The pills that I've been taking confuse me. I need to know that someone sees it. There's nothing left, I simply am not here. I pull on to soul. Can't deal with the boredom. I pull on to soul. Can't deal with the boredom.
They are essentially equivalent of the so-called German Christian Church established under the fascists in Germany, where on one side you had the Christian cross and the other the Nazi flag.
But what we now find is that these social media moguls, they are even more powerful because they can get deeper into our minds. They recruit us against our own interests. They are able, minute by minute, to influence the way we think, to drive into the forefront of our minds the issues that they want us to concentrate on.
There are no good guys on the geopolitical stage. Geopolitics and economics is a vicious and vile game. Everybody who's a major player in that game got where they are by doing vicious and vile things.
They're taking these brown people out that are living week to week, and somehow you feel like if they get them out of the country, your boss who's not paying you a living wage will suddenly start paying you a living wage. What would be a great thing is that everybody read up on the history of these that have run these companies. They have not wanted to pay Americans a living wage ever. They've never wanted to pay us a living wage. And the only reason why they do is because there's laws. And the only reason why there is laws is because people died during protests to start unions. And the psychos that run these companies didn't want to pay a living wage, and eventually they took their factories out of the country so they could go back to not paying a living wage in the form of sweatshop labor.
I have myself been wooed by the notion of let's just rip this thing up and start anew. Just don't like their version of new or again, as it were.
Tilburg, thank you.
I'm looking down all the bloodline just to see your name. I'm looking down all the bloodline, that you do the same. And no one's there to see me, no one at all. I'm looking down on all the bloodline, hoping that you call. Standing here this evening, every page has a name, and yours is a page that I know so well. There's a crease by the T inside. Don't you know me? Don't you know me? Hear me now, 'cause I'm calling again, 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 again. Can you hear me now? 'Cause I'm calling again, again, again. This is the last time I call. This
This is the last time I'll call. I won't let you get me down no more. I'm tired of hoping that you call. I won't let you get me down no more. I'm tired of bricks on every fall. I won't let you get me down no more. I'm tired of hoping that you call. I won't let you get me down no more. I'm tired of bricks on every fall. This is the last time I call. This is the last time I call. I won't let you get me down no more. I'm tired of hoping that you call. I won't let you get me down no more. I'm tired of bricks on every fall. This is the last time I call. This is the last time I call. This is the last time I call. This is the last time I call.
Don't forget you're alive, you know, because sometimes when you walk around the city or when you yourself are in a bad mood, you can think, hey, wait a minute, we're alive, you know, we don't know what the next second will bring, and what a fantastic thing this is, you know. And this can get easily forgotten in the routine of life, and that's something I try and bring to my attention at all times is, don't forget you're alive, you know, that we're not dead, you know, this is the greatest thing.
I felt like, okay, what is happening?
It's all happening, as you can tell.
All right, but it still doesn't answer my question.
You've been listening to It's All Happening, your ongoing sonic venture into our world through music. I'm Andy Valeri, producer and host, thanking you for tuning in and making It's All Happening part of the soundtrack of your day. This program tends to traverse throughout the music and infosphere, and we invite you to visit our website at bigbeef.com for more information on it, and what you've been listening to in this episode, and how and where you can listen to others in the series. You're invited to sign up on the It's All Happening mailing list via the Big Beef website at bigbeef.com. You can also contact us directly by email at radio@bigbeef.com. Feedback and ideas are always welcome. Big thanks to all the great community-supportive radio stations who make this program available to you over your public airwaves. It's All Happening is a proud participant in the Cultural Liberation Front, which aims to further the forces of enlightenment of cool against the forces of evil uncool. Take care and catch you next episode. Be good to yourself and to those around you and to this world in which we all live. A world in which it is all happening.
Change your name, but not the ways you play pretend. America American Requiem. The big ideas, yeah, are buried here, yeah. It's a lot of talking going on while I sing my song. Can you hear me? I said, do you hear me? Look at that now. Look at that, look at that. It's a lot of chatter in here, but let me make myself clear. Can you hear me? Or do you feel me? Can we stand for something? Now is the time to face the wind. Covered in peace and love, y'all. A lot of taking up space. Salty tears beyond my gaze. Can you stand me? Can you stand me? Can you stand me? Can you stand me? Can we stand? Can you stand with me? Can we stand for something? Now is the time to face the wind. Now is the time to pretend. Now is the time to let love in. Thinking to myself, there's a lot of talking going on while I sing my song. Yeah. Do you hear me when I say? Do you hear me when I say? Look at there, look at there, look at, look at there, look at there, look at there, look at there. Oh, look at there, look at there, look at there, look at there. Saddle up, what if that ain't country? Tell me what is. Plant my bare feet on solid ground for years. They don't know how hard I had to fight for this. When I sang my song, when I sang my song, goodbye to what has been. Pretty house that we never settled in. A few Ain't no future in stocks and bonds, I heard it on the news today. Ain't no future in credit swaps or banks or the USA. I wouldn't bet heavy on oil and gas, the Dow or the S&P. But I believe in the future, honey, 'cause the future is you and me. The future is you, and the future is me. And all of our friends, and maybe even some of our enemies. Well, there ain't no market for war and plunder, done had more than we need. There ain't no new world to discover, no manifest destiny. And there ain't no future in money, so there ain't no point in greed. But I'd bet big on the future, honey, 'cause the future is you and me. I said the future is you, and the future is me. And all of our friends, and maybe even some of our enemies. And we know what to do, although we don't know when it'll be. I believe in the future, honey, 'cause the future is you and me. Now the rich are in their bunkers, and the cops are in their tanks. The grifters run the government, and the gamblers run the banks. But we got something they don't have, from the river right to the sea. They don't own the future, honey, 'cause the future is you and me. That's right, the future is you and me. The future is you and me.
The preceding program has been a presentation of Strategic Air Command, a proud subsidiary of Big Beef Productions.